Hello, friends. Today, I want to share a story that is as heartbreaking as it is haunting. November 2024. Mackenzie Michalski, a 31-year-old nurse from Portland, Oregon, embarks on a long-awaited trip to Budapest to celebrate her birthday. A vibrant, compassionate woman with an insatiable love for adventure, Mackenzie had a way of leaving a lasting impression on everyone she met. But that joy-filled journey ended in tragedy. Mackenzie disappeared, and what should have been a celebration of life became a devastating nightmare, one that captured the world's attention. How could such a tragedy unfold in the heart of a city filled with beauty and history? Let's uncover Mackenzie's story together. Mackenzie Michalski was adored by her patients and deeply respected by her colleagues at Providence St. Vincent Medical Center. Her friends often said she was the glue that held their group together, an optimist with boundless energy and a heart full of kindness. For years, Mackenzie had dreamed of visiting Budapest. The city's majestic architecture, historic streets, and famous thermal baths called to her adventurous spirit. Finally, the time had come, and she wouldn't be going alone. Her best friend was by her side. Their friendship began during university, where they bonded over a shared love for exploration. Over the years, they had journeyed to bustling cities and serene retreats. Budapest was their next great adventure, and they meticulously planned every moment, mornings strolling the streets of Buda and Pest, afternoons soaking in the Széchenyi thermal baths, and evenings enjoying the city's vibrant nightlife. But on the evening of November 5th, everything changed. The club was alive with energy. Music pulsed through the air, laughter echoed from every corner, and colorful lights danced across the walls. Mackenzie and her friend had spent hours immersed in the electric atmosphere of Budapest's nightlife. It was there that Mackenzie met him, James O'Malley, a 37-year-old Irishman with an easy charm, friendly, charismatic, at least that's what he seemed. They danced, exchanged stories, and laughed together. Witnesses later recalled how at ease they appeared with each other, as if they had known each other for much longer than just one night. But as the night wore on, Mackenzie and James left the club together. Her friend didn't worry. Mackenzie was independent and confident, someone who embraced adventure with open arms. But by morning, everything was different. Mackenzie didn't return to their Airbnb. She missed her flight back to Portland. Her phone went silent. Her best friend, gripped by fear, contacted the local police. The search for Mackenzie had begun. Budapest police acted swiftly. Surveillance footage from the nightclub showed Mackenzie leaving with James O'Malley. Investigators tracked him to his rented apartment within hours. At first, James insisted he had nothing to do with Mackenzie's disappearance. He claimed they had parted ways shortly after leaving the club. But as investigators pressed him, inconsistencies in his story began to surface. The pressure mounted, and eventually, James confessed. He admitted Mackenzie was dead. He described her death as an accident that occurred during an intimate encounter, but instead of calling for help, he panicked and made a chilling decision to conceal her body. James detailed his actions in a grim confession to the police. After Mackenzie's death, he hid her body in a wardrobe. The following day, he purchased a large suitcase, placed her inside, and rented a car. He drove nearly 90 miles to the shores of Lake Balaton, Hungary's largest lake. There, in a remote wooded area, he abandoned her body, hoping it would never be discovered. But armed with James's confession, authorities launched an extensive search. Special units combed the area with search dogs, and divers used underwater drones to inspect the lake. After days of searching, they found Mackenzie's body. The discovery confirmed the worst fears of her family and friends. News of Mackenzie's death sent shockwaves through her community. Friends, colleagues, and patients alike mourned the loss of a woman whose kindness and energy had touched so many lives. Her father, Bill Michalski, flew to Hungary to bring his daughter home. At a candlelight vigil held near the U.S. Embassy in Budapest, he spoke through tears. There was no reason for this to happen. I'm still trying to understand it. I don't know if I ever will." Her best friend, devastated, shared the bittersweet memories of their trip. "We were supposed to make memories, to laugh, to explore. Instead, I left Budapest alone." The loss of Mackenzie was deeply felt not only by those who knew her personally, but also by the wider community who followed the story. Her death served as a painful reminder of the fragility of life and the dangers that can lurk even in the most beautiful moments. In December 2024, James O'Malley stood trial for Mackenzie's murder. Prosecutors painted a disturbing picture of a man with a history of aggression and manipulative behavior. They argued that Mackenzie's death was not an accident, but the result of deliberate violence. The defense, however, claimed the incident was a tragic misunderstanding. They argued that James panicked after Mackenzie's accidental death, making poor decisions that ultimately worsened the situation. The trial drew international attention, sparking debates about the safety of solo travelers, especially women, and the responsibility of local authorities to protect visitors. The court heard emotional testimonies from Mackenzie's family and friends, whose grief underscored the depth of their loss. Mackenzie's story is a stark reminder of how quickly life can change. A trip meant to celebrate life became a devastating tragedy. Her family and friends, determined to honor her memory, turned their grief into action. They organized campaigns to raise awareness about violence and advocated for measures to enhance traveler safety. Mackenzie's legacy became a call to action, reminding the world of the importance of vigilance and community support. Mackenzie Michalski's life was a testament to compassion, joy, and an adventurous spirit. She was a light in the lives of those who knew her, and her untimely death is a heartbreaking loss that still resonates with many. Her story serves as a sobering reminder of how fragile life can be and the importance of prioritizing safety, even during moments of celebration. But beyond the tragedy, Mackenzie's legacy continues to inspire. Her family and friends transformed their pain into purpose, raising awareness about violence and advocating for safety measures to protect travelers worldwide. Through their efforts, they hope to ensure that no other family endures such a devastating loss. Let Mackenzie's story remind us all to cherish every moment, to be vigilant, and to look out for one another. If this story moved you, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Together, we can share stories like Mackenzie's and work toward creating a safer world. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.